We're back. It's the start of Summer Split in just a couple days. I'm joined right now by Sven from Evil Geniuses for Media Day, Remote Media Day, as it were, with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined by a man who has an interesting hair situation going on right now. You've got like a little poof right up in the front.
Yeah,
What's going on
I
there?
just have a headband on, and I've been trying to not have the hair in front of my eyes because it's that long. So yeah, I just put it up like this now
Oh,
because
you
I
have a
haven't had a
headband on.
haircut.
I can't see the headband. That's interesting.
It's up there somewhere.
Yeah,
So
Mark used a headband on Hotline League this past week, and it was really interesting to see what he looked like. So anyway, I know we're limited to about like 5 or 6 minutes for this conversation, but and then you have other interviews you got to go on to. What has the past, I guess, 6 weeks been like for you?
uh, well, this is probably the longest off season I've had in like a really long time. So I haven't been able to go anywhere because of quarantine, and yeah, this has been pretty boring. I would say I've been playing a bunch of other games and just been chilling at home, and yeah, I mean it's just been pretty boring overall.
Yeah, I saw a shadow on the wall behind you. Is that a dog in your home?
Yeah, that is a dog.
Okay, maybe I'll ask to see the dog if we have enough time at the end of the interview.
Sure.
How's preparing for the summer split gone? Because I feel like it must be as weird as it was to play spring split. It must be really weird to like try to mentally get yourself into the right place ahead of the split starting.
Uh, excuse, so you mean
I
preparing for
just I
summer
just mean
or?
like yeah, preparing, getting yourself ready, right? Like, does it feel like summer is starting and that you've got this big thing on the horizon? Because obviously you've just been staying at home this whole time,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, it's definitely been tough trying to get in the right mind space for playing these competitive games because it's all online, right? So, at least as far as I know, the LCS is still going to be online
yeah.
in Summer Split.
I mean,
So
I don't
it's
have an invite to the press room on Friday, so I'm guessing it's online. Yes.
yeah, so it's definitely going to be tough because I know during the spring split we definitely struggle a bit like having the games online because it's just really tough staying motivated
Yeah.
to play when you don't see the crowd and you don't you just don't yeah, it's just not the same when there's no crowd
Yeah.
and you're not there in person and you don't see the opponents you're about to play. So definitely it's just more relaxed and not not it doesn't feel like there's as much at stake. But I mean, obviously, there's still a lot at stake, and we all want to make worlds because, well, as far as we know, worlds are still happening. So I think everyone is going to be really motivated to try the hardest to go to worlds.
Yes. Yeah, it must be kind of weird because you say as far as we know, and I know they've said that, but it does feel kind of strange because so many things that were planned for this year are getting canceled. So it's probably gotta feel strange to be like, try to make it to Worlds and hopefully get to go even if we qualify. Um, what have you been doing? Have you been playing other games?
Yeah. So during the off season, I've been playing a bunch of Rust, the survival game, the stupid survival game where people just kill each other all the time. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun, but I've just been trying to waste a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I also have been having a hard time getting back into things. It's just it feels like you have this long break, nothing happens, and then you have to suddenly transition back into the right mindset. So I can definitely identify with that. I'm trying not to. You're my first interview on Media Day. I'm trying not to just ask literally everyone about the TSM stuff. But given that you were part of this roster previously, and now 3/5 of it has returned, what are your thoughts? What did you think when you saw all the news break?
You mean double lift going back to TSM?
Yeah,
Um, at first I was a bit surprised. I didn't think he would actually, want to go back to TSM given the past and given how successful Doublelift was on TL. But yeah, I mean, with Lena being on TSM, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit weird. I wouldn't really want to be in this situation myself, but it's whatever. I mean, if they make it work, then it's fine for them.
yeah,
But I mean, I'm happy that he's gone from TL. So I still think that TL was a really strong team with Doublelift on it because, like, I don't know, you could just always be kind of scared of losing the game because Doublelift's in the game. But when he's back on TSM, I kind of feel like some of his strengths is gonna disappear and he's not gonna be as strong. So I think it's a lot better for my team personally. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as good for him if he performs worse, you know. But I mean, I'm happy that if the league gets a little bit weaker, that I can look better. So that'd be overall better for me. Yeah.
I'm surprised that you consider the league weaker now, right? Like theoretically, you would think, well, TSM is maybe stronger, but you're saying that you think that double lift to TSM creates a weaker league overall.
Yeah, I'm just not really sold on the swap. I mean, they it might make them stronger, but I think Kobe wasn't bad, and I think double lift in spring wasn't looking that strong. So I don't think it's overall just going to be a positive like that. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Obviously, double lift is really good, and he just wasn't that motivated during spring. So if he becomes motivated during summer, obviously TSM is going to be looking really strong. But also they did a downgrade in the jungle. I think Dardoch was pretty strong. So yeah, I mean, they obviously, just if you look at it, they lost two good players
Yeah,
and they got like one good player. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously not just like an upgrade.
right. Do you think Cloud9 will just clean sweep everything this split?
I think that's very likely, given that they didn't make any changes and they're still really strong. I don't think they didn't really take any break during spring split or
Yeah.
like during the off season. I think a lot of them still grinded a lot. Obviously they took break, but I think like Sven and Vulcan have been grinding the whole time, and they're just like really insane, these two players together. So I think Cloud9 is still gonna be clear number one going into the split. I mean, obviously we can try to upset them, but I think they would need to like start some drama or something to really fall off.
Start some drama. Do you know anybody over there? Can you start trying to start drama from afar?
No, I can't do that. No,
Oh, well, that's,
I
I mean, that
wish.
feels like the evil genius warfare that we would expect to see, is behind the scenes drama starting. Either way, I think we're out of time, unfortunately. But is there anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Yeah, just thanks for supporting us, and I hope we can keep improving during the split. I know we kind of failed a bit towards the end of spring, but yeah, we're just gonna keep working hard and hopefully make worlds.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the interview, Sven Skaren. Can't wait to talk to you more as the split continues. Thanks so much for watching that interview. I hope you enjoyed it. So good to be getting back into the swing of things again for summer 2020. Now, I want to give a shout out to Alienware and Draft Buff for sponsoring this interview. By the way, speaking of Draft Buff, you can actually go sign up for their stuff right at draftbuff.com. There's a link in the video description below. It helps me out. Use the referral code Travis Gafford when you get there. It's fantasy drafting. All right. There's no gambling. There's nothing like that. It's what Riot used to do, but better. So if you've missed the chance to play fantasy in the past, you can do that now. Full fantasy leagues, but also something called Draft Royale, which are limited towards limited time. So for opening weekend, you can compete against me and Mark Zimmerman in a hotline league draft royale that we've constructed. I've already built out a team. Here's a shot of it. You can take a look at Mark's as well. But go sign up, compete, see if you can beat our scores and maybe some other people, and really prove it to yourself that you have what it takes. Thanks so much for watching.